Hi, Scott Lackman, 4510 TV, and also Principal and Licensee of Richardson&Wrench Caboolture. Today, viewers, we're giving you a market update. We're nearing the end of June 2021, almost financial year, and with me, Sales Consultant Richardson&Wrench, Jared Willis. How you going, mate?
Good, thank you, Scott.
Jared, I wanted to get you on camera today just to give the viewers a bit of a snapshot of what's happening in the Caboolture market. We are on site, Clark Road, Morayfield, which is behind us the scene of an exciting new development, Live at Summerstone, Morayfield. We'll talk about that at the end of the interview. For now, I want to give the viewers a snapshot. Let's talk about what's happened not only in the last 6 months, but let's look at the last 12 months financial year. How are we tracking?
Yeah, sure, Scott. I've printed out some statistics here via RP data called Logic. Good stat to look at is an increase in the median price for Caboolture houses is 7.5% in the last 12 months.
Okay. So an increase in pricing, is that being driven by more buyers than there is stock?
The old cliche supply and demand, Scott. There's just a huge demand from buyers and just a shortage of stock on the market.
Let's look at some numbers. 12 months ago, we would have been happy with 3 or 4 people coming to an open home.
Yeah.
What does that look like now?
Now we're getting anywhere from 15 to 20, sometimes north of that.
With the market at the moment, we talk with buyers and sellers every day. Buyers are getting a bit frustrated that they're missing out on properties, and perhaps that FOMO, that fear of missing out, they're tending to maybe offer a bit more for properties than you would normally.
Yeah, definitely.
And would you say that continued shortage of stock, it's definitely pushing that?
100%, Scott, yes.
Mate, we talk in the office, it's not a case of, if you're buying real estate at the moment, it's not a case of first in, best dressed. What's the best way to go about real estate at the moment to get the very best for your seller?
Yeah, sure. So at the moment, because there's such a high demand from buyers, we're quite often selling properties under a multiple offer situation, which has been a new thing on the scene the last few years for buyers. So talking to buyers through that multiple offer process and educating around them on the best price to put forward in that situation.
Excellent. Let's go to some other stats you've got there. Comparing 2020 to 2021, some stats there with realestate.com.
Yeah, so the obvious one, Scott, is the days on market decrease. Previously in 2020, we were looking at 82 days as an average days on market for a property. Now we're looking at just 20 days. Now that's also factoring in the time it takes for a property to go unconditional, so building and pest and finance clauses as well. So it's quite quick now.
Yeah, it's happening quick. We joke about it. We're almost having 1 or 2 week auctions where we list, we market, attract that interest from buyers, and then hopefully getting a great result for our sellers. I want to go through some of our personal office stats for the viewers. Richardson&Wrench Caboolture, we're a family-based business, have been supporting the community since 1994. Financial year to date, we're up at around 120 unconditional sales, over $50 million worth we've transacted in the last 12 months. Average sale price, $449,000. A big difference because I think maybe 12 months ago, that average sale price was about $370,000. Give me an idea of if I wanted to buy something small acreage, say Alimba or Upper Caboolture, 4 bedrooms, double garage, maybe an extra shed on 3/4 acre. What sort of price differences are we seeing there?
Yeah, sure, Scott. So for base level acreage in those areas, you're probably looking previous years maybe around the 500 to 600 mark, but now it's sort of a minimum of 700,000.
Couple of cars whizzing past us there. If you missed that, a big increase, almost $50,000 to $100,000 in now. That bracket is definitely between 600 and 700 for that lifestyle property. And when we see what we talk about, our bread and butter, 4, 2 and 2 on a residential block, we're pretty much talking that 4 to 450 now.
That's right. Yeah. In previous years, again, 350, 360, somewhere there.
I guess with that rise in prices, let's touch on the buyers again. I know it's frustrating out there for buyers under those multiple offer situations, the fear of missing out. First home buyers are scratching to get into the market, but then we are seeing people come in maybe from down south where they're offering a little bit more and they're securing that property. What would you say on that commentary at the moment of people coming north?
Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of FaceTime viewings with people from interstate looking to come up this way. So that's always a fun, interactive way to show them through the property rather than just a sight unseen purchase. So yeah, that's been good.
And in the media, they're saying, Queensland people can't buy a house because Southerners are taking over. What would you say?
I'd say yes and no. I'd say there's still probably maybe an 80-20 rule of local market versus interstate market buyers. So yeah, I still think predominantly the local real estate's busy.
Yep. Queenslanders buying Queensland real estate, moving around, downsizing, upsizing, whatever. Mate, I got you on camera for a reason. You've turned 25 recently. 10 years in real estate, started as a junior at the age of 15, one day out of school from Bribey High. Tell the viewers how you're going now, 10 years down the track.
It's funny boasting about it in front of camera. I'm not used to this. So very proud to say that I've contributed towards 170 sales in my career of real estate so far. And that totals $71 million worth of real estate sold. So yeah, very happy.
You are pretty humble, mate. A young fella, he's transacted over $70 million worth of real estate. A few grey hairs because he works with me, but you've done very well. Let's get excited. Let's talk about what's behind us. Summerstone at Morayfield. If you want to check out the website, we'll have a couple of links on our update, live@summerstone.com.au. You'll see all about this new land release at Clark Road, Morayfield, just off Lindsay Road. You'll see an exciting pretty much a new suburb, Morayfield South, happening.
Morayfield South, yeah, it's very exciting.
The land, first stages, there is some details that I will share with you if you want to register your interest, but we'll see this pattern of residential continue.
Yeah, definitely, especially in these acreage areas that sort of tend to be forgotten about until now, so it's good to see.
As we do on 450 TV, there'll be some links for the land behind us, live@summerstone.com.au. But what I wanted to touch on is we are in that corridor that locals would know, Lindsay Road to Oakley Flat Road, Clark Road, Robbs Road, Horton Road. We are going to see this residential development continue. Traditionally, what would have been here, Jared?
Yeah, look, traditionally just acreage properties from 2 to 5 acres, probably the original development.
Yeah, and where people get concerned about that, developers are cutting down trees and clearing land. A lot of this land in this small acreage was already semi-developed. They're not just cutting land and building houses, they're actually investing in our community. They're going to be supporting in our community, so I suggest we support them in return. How would you wrap up the summary? You haven't got a crystal ball, I haven't got a crystal ball. What's going to happen over the next few months?
Scott, I don't think much is going to change. I get asked this question every day in real estate, and like you said, we don't have a crystal ball, but interest rates, they're going to remain low, in my opinion. The demand for houses is still going to remain high, and stock levels will still be at a decreased level. So I can't see too much changing in the near future.
Yeah, and again, people will comment on that. I just see it's going to continue, and if not, we're going to hit a bit of a crisis point of housing, not only for sales but also rentals. I know our company, we have just over 1,000 houses locally, only 2 available, 30 odd families applying for one property. I just wonder where that's going to end up with that crisis of rental housing. But yeah, the other thing I would explain why there's a shortage of stock is that I think sellers are a little bit reluctant to move at the moment. Why would I say that?
I think because then they also become a purchaser. They may capitalise on a sale and make some good money out of the sale, but they then end up in that buyer pool of 15 to 20 buyers at an open home. So what you make on the sale, you most likely pay a little bit extra on the purchase. That's why we're seeing some good sales and some good activity from our investors at the moment, because they're quite happy capitalising at the moment on some good prices.
Lovely. Our real estate update, June 2021. Young Jared Willis, going great in the local real estate market at the age of 25. Certainly got the experience and the grey hair to match it. And as you saw by his results, 170 odd sales in your career, $71 million worth. You definitely know what you're doing. I think it's good times ahead. If you are a homeowner looking to sell, by all means, give us a call. We can give you a no obligation opinion on your house, a market report, and you may be surprised just what worth you're sitting on in this current market. So give us a call, Scott or Jared, or one of the team members at 87 Morayfield Road, Richardson&Wrench, Caboolture, and proudly powering 4510 TV as our community project. Good on you, Jared.
Thanks for watching.